Right. So we are going to have the reading session. Right. Yes, we have seen this. We have seen this. Yes. Here it is. This also we have seen. And here it is. Yes, get ready. So this is the question. Yeah. Two. Yes. Copy post link. Copy message link. Copy post link and copy message link. So this is the point. You have 2 minutes now. We have 2 minutes now. Last 30 seconds. Yes. Okay. Now let us check your answers. Question 022. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Submit. You can submit your answer in the chat box. Submit your answer in the chat box. Very good. 4 students have given the answer as A. Yeah. All of the students have given the answer. Everyone says A. Okay. Now let us see here. So let us see this very carefully now. Fine. So that is it. This is the third question. Now this is the fourth question. Yeah. This is the fourth question. Fourth question says, if non-disclosure could adversely affect those involved, anybody who is involved. That's it. Anybody who is involved. Now let us check it out. Now let us see how it is going to be. Fine. Let me see who is available. So Sophie, Reena, Greta, Divya, and Barka. Okay. Right, very good. What is acceptable? When is it acceptable for a health professional to pass on confidential information given by a patient? So when is it acceptable? When? It's on what condition? When means on what condition is it acceptable? When is it acceptable to disclose? So reveal, to pass on means open, confidential information. To reveal the confidential, when is it okay? When is it okay to pass on? Means reveal the confidential information given by a patient. When? So if it is not disclosed, it could adversely affect those involved, the patient, the medical staff, and the family, and the neighbors, and the society. When it is like that, they have to disclose. If the patient treatment might otherwise be compromised. So if the health professional would otherwise be breaking the law, if the health professional would otherwise be breaking the law, if he is not breaking the information, so he's breaking the law. Okay. Then the law. Yeah, try to understand that very clearly. If non-disclosure could adversely affect those involved. Yeah. If the health professional would, if the patient's treatment might otherwise be compromised, if the health professional would otherwise be breaking the law, so then they have to disclose. Right, patient confidentiality. So first, right. So when must they break? The first one will be positive. Okay. Where a patient objects to information being shared with other health, you should explain how disclosure would benefit the continuity and health quality of care. So if their decision has implications, right, you must respect their decision. Ultimately, if they refuse, you must respect their decision, even if it means that, for reasons of safety, you must limit your treatment options. You should recognize their decision within that limit. It may be in the public interest, public means this only the patient should otherwise be compromised. This is related to patient, only related to patient. The patient's treatment might be otherwise be compromised. So patient only. If the healthcare professional would otherwise be breaking the law, this is related to the healthcare professional. And this is those involved, means the public. Anybody. So this is the patient, this is the healthcare professional, and these are the others involved. Means neighbors, friends, relatives, healthcare professionals, and the patient himself. Everyone related to him, everyone around him. That's it. Now let us see. It may be in public interest. So public interest. To disclose information received in conflict without consent. For example, about a serious crime. Serious crime. So now, crime, when some crime happens, it will adversely affect Yes. Very badly, adversely, it's negative, negative effect. So when crime happens, when robbery or theft or murder or any sort of problem happens, it adversely affects those involved, the patients, the neighbors, the onlookers, the audience, whoever is involved, their life will be transferred, their situation will be worse. So that's why. So if you don't tell them, anybody will be affected like that. Then you have to disclose. Okay. So for example, if a patient is telling I'm getting angry, I'll kill that person. Okay. I will break his bones. I will anything. I will do a robbery. I'll murder somebody. If somebody is telling personally to you, okay, then without his knowledge, without his context, you have informed others, inform others. You can reveal the secrets when it affects the persons involved. The person who is going to be killed or okay, robbed or murdered, whatever you say. Okay. So they are adversely affected. So then you have to break the confidentiality. You cannot keep it a secret. When you know that something is going to happen and it is negatively affecting other people involved. So somebody, whoever it is, then you have to reveal the information so that there can be stopped or something like that. So adversely affect serious crimes. Adversely affect. It is important that confidentiality may only be broken in this way, in exceptional circumstances, and then only after careful consideration. This means you can justify your actions and point out the possible harm. Harm. So possible harm. So is an adverse effect. So you can justify your actions. Yes, then you can reveal. So you possible harm to the people involved, to the people involved, to the people involved. Who are involved? The patient is also involved, or other interested parties. Okay, they will be interested to save their skin. They will be interested to save their property. They will be interested to protect themselves, to be away from this person, like that. So you can notice that one very clearly there. If you hadn't disclosed the information, theft, fraud, or damage of the property would generally not warrant a breach of confidence. So it is not a breach of confidence. Breach. Earlier we have seen this word breach. Earlier we have seen this word breach. Breach means breaking. So breach of confidence is breaking confidence. Okay. It is not a breaking of confidence because otherwise somebody is going to die or suffer, adversely affect. If you don't reveal this one, they may be robbed or killed or hurt. So be careful. It is your duty to pass on. So you will not be punished for that reason. That's all. Now let us see here. Yes. Other interested parties, those involved, the patient himself, okay, you people, medical professionals, and the others in the society, interested parties, anybody, neighbor or brother or any friend or colleague or anybody. If you are not going to tell, he is going to do some damage. So that is what it is, adverse effect. So possible harm. Harm is adverse effect. Okay. So that is how it is. Okay. So not only patient, but the others also. So you can see it is not just the patient. Second one is just the patient. If the health problem would otherwise be breaking the law. Okay. So here, you know some secret, dangerous secret. that they are plotting to put an atom bomb or okay some bomb in some auditorium, and many people are going to die or hurt or have injuries. Then that time you know that they are talking, and indirectly he told you, okay, by mistake he has told you, or when you heard when he was talking to somebody else, and it is your duty, it is their secret information, but it is your duty to pass on the information. That is what it is. So because it will affect many people badly, those who are involved in that incident. For example, he is throwing in a bomb in the auditorium, all the people in the auditorium will be involved in that incident. Okay, so you have to inform, you have to break this. Okay, you have to disclose this confidential information. Right, that's it. So try to understand how it is going. Yes. Yeah. There is a point there. Those involved means the people who are there. So that's it. I hope you can understand. Okay. Adversely affected. Theft, fraud, damage to property, all these are affected. Okay. So if you know and you don't inform, maybe you're afraid, but you still have to pass on the information. So that is how it is going to be. Yes. The public interest. Public means others, interested parties. Yes. Interested parties. Fine. Right. But before moving to the next part, I'm asking you the points. Is the you can say I can ask you for this. Uh, So all the relevant information will be present in the right right choice. All the relevant information will be available in the right choice. But in the others, incomplete information. Only half of them will be right. Others will not be right. Okay, only half you'll get them there, but not everything. Okay, so you have to search and identify and match. Matching bits of information is necessary. Then only you can identify. So you can say agree A or disagree D. Just type A or D first. So next one, sorry. Yeah, here it is. Next one is here 23. 23. So forward to classical corrections. Yeah. Copy, post link, and next one. Copy message link. Question number 23. Yes. Now here is the question. Yes, you have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. Yes, you have 2 minutes. Last 30 seconds. Right. Now I'm opening up. So 5, submit the answer A, B, or C. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, submit. Yes. Yeah. So now let us check. So A. So most of you have written A. Okay. The purpose of the email to practitioners about infection control obligations. The purpose is to what? The purpose is to do what? Okay, fourth answer we have seen. Okay, so fifth answer. So this is the fifth question. Now let us see whether you are right or not. The fifth answer is right. Fifth answer is right. So A. Why A is the right answer? Let us check. The purpose of the email about infection is to the purpose. Yeah. What about the purpose? What is the purpose? To is to infinitive. To act, to respond, to announce. What is it to act or to respond or to announce? Announce means declare. Act. act as a reminder to duties, obligations, act as a reminder, respond to a survey query, specific query, respond to a specific query. Somebody asks a question, then you have to answer. Okay, they have raised, respond to a specific query they have raised. The purpose is to what? Act as a reminder of their obligations, respond to a specific query they have raised, announce a change in regulations. So first one is regarding a reminder. Then it is a query. Then it is a regulation. Regulation means what? Regulation means rules. You have to do like this from higher authority. Query. Okay. Respond to a specific query they have raised. So it is upward trend from down to up query. Then reminder for themselves. First one is for themselves, from them to themselves. Second one is from the juniors to the seniors, query. Anybody ask doubts? The person with half knowledge or no language, no knowledge, will discuss with the person who has 100% knowledge. The next one, announce a change in regulation affecting them. Announce a change in regulation. So this is regarding regulations from the officials to the juniors. From the officials to the juniors. You have to know that. From the officials to the juniors. Now let us see. Now let us see here. You may be aware of the recent media and public interest in standards of infection. As regulators, we are concerned that there has been doubt among registered dental practitioners. So the guidelines list the reference material that you must have access to and comply with. Okay. Comply with means follow. Comply with means follow. The guidelines list the reference material that you must have access to. You must have access to these things and you have to comply with these things. That means you have to follow these things. Okay. Fine. Right. We believe that most dental practitioners consistently comply with these regulations and implement appropriate infection control program. However, the consequence for non-compliance with enough appropriate infection control measures will be significant for you and also for your patients and the community. So try to understand that. What is telling me? So significant. Right. Appropriate infection control measures will be significant, means important. They are important. Okay. Not only for you, but also your patients and the community. Okay. In the second paragraph, you see there what he is telling. The guidelines is the reference materials that you must have access and comply with. So that means you have to access, you have to have access and you have to follow them. That's what it is. You have to follow them. Right. So now, see in the first paragraph, see in the second paragraph, see in the third paragraph. Answer, you can see very close in the second paragraph. So, you may be aware, you know everything, but you are the regulators of profession. We are concerned that there has been doubt among registered dental practitioners about these essential standards. Okay. Must comply with the national board's guidelines. Obligations is to comply. It's follow. Comply means follow. That's it. Comply means follow. So it is telling that it's mandatory to follow. So mandatory to follow. So it is telling. So you have to follow that. So now, respond to a specific query they have raised. A query, particular. question they have asked and you have to respond. What is the second? Announce a change in regulation affecting them. There's a change there. That change you have to announce. So, must have access. That means compulsory, must have access. And two, comply. Compliance means follow, implement. Comply means follow or implement. Including the National Health and Medical Research Council's guidelines for the prevention and control of infection in healthcare. Now you can see there. So, we believe that most dental practitioners consistently comply with these points, guidelines and implement appropriate infection control protocols. However, see here. However, the consequences for non-compliance, if you don't follow, the consequence for non-compliance. Yes. So, obligations. That means must. Obligation means must. So, complications means must. Now, let us see here the danger belts. So, must. Yes. Here it is must. Must. So, must means obligation, compulsion, obligation. There is no excuse. You have to do it. You must do it. You cannot escape. That is called obligation. Obligation. What do you mean by the word obligation? You should know the meaning of the word obligation. Okay. What is the meaning of the word obligation? Do you know the meaning of the word obligation? Obligation means the fact that you are obliged to do something. Obliged to do something. Okay, oblige. Oblige means what? Oblige means to force someone to do something. Force or make it necessary means compulsory. For someone to do something compulsory. Obligation means compulsion. Must have to do it. To definitely do it. All these are synonyms. So you can understand the importance of this word. Must means obligation. Must means obligation. Reference material. Reference means you can follow time and again. Reference material means that you must have access. Access means everyone, it should be available to you. Every time it should be available to you. Okay. Every time it should be available to you. So always it should be as a reminder. Almost always answer comes in the middle, I told you. So this reference material. Okay. The guideline lists the reference material that you must have. That you must have access to and comply with for the prevention and control of infection in healthcare. So that is your obligation. Must. Obligation means must. Compulsory. You are forced to do. You are forced to do. Okay. That's it. Right. They're very important. They're very important. So whenever you see, you remember that. That's the point. Whenever you see, you'll realize that it is very important. I don't know that it is very important. Fine. Third question. 24. Last question. 6 questions will be there in part B. 3 we have done yesterday, and 3 we are doing today. Yeah. Fine. Okay. 24. 2 minutes. Four is 2 minutes. 30 seconds more. Yes. So question number 024, last question for today. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and submit. Submit your answer. Write in the chat box A, B, C, whichever you feel the answer is right. Yes, 2 people have given the answer. Yes, you already got the answer there in the Telegram channel. So copy post link. Okay, and copy message link. Yeah, there you can check your answers. Now let us see. The results of the study described in the memo may explain why. Why means reason. Why? Why something can happen. Why? Why means the reason, the cause, the factor. The results explain why. Okay. So this is question number 6. That is the answer. That is the answer. Both of you have written C. Fine. Good. Now let us see. Now memo to staff, women and dementia. Women and dementia. The results of the study described in the memo explain why. Why? So what is it talking about? Is it talking about superior communication skills may protect women from dementia? So is it talking about skills, communication skills? Superior communication skills may protect, not will protect, may protect women from dementia. Female dementia sufferers have better verbal skills. Okay. So skills. verbal skills, verbal communication skills. And here it is verbal skills. Female dementia sufferers. So here also female means women. Then here female dementia, female sufferers. Male dementia, women can remain undiagnosed. Cannot be diagnosed. It will remain like that only. It remain like that only. Now let us see. Can remain undiagnosed. Right, let us see. Some women, because verbal memory scores are used for diagnosing Alzheimer's. Diagnosing Alzheimer's. Okay. Diagnosing. Because verbal memory scores are used for diagnosis. Some women may be further along in their disease because they are diagnosed. Before they are diagnosed, even before they are diagnosed, even before they are diagnosed. Fine. So that means they can remain undiagnosed. They'll go ahead. So because they are not doubted, so they do not visit the doctor because they don't have any symptoms. So they will go only when they get those symptoms are, then they will be diagnosed. Until then, they will be not diagnosed. So they remain undiagnosed. Okay. They remain undiagnosed. So you can say diagnosed. Diagnosed. Undiagnosed. They are, before they are diagnosed, they are undiagnosed. Before they are diagnosed, they remain undiagnosed. They are diagnosed tomorrow, means today they are undiagnosed, they remain undiagnosed. They will be diagnosed, they were diagnosed yesterday. Day before yesterday, they were undiagnosed, they were not diagnosed. So before they are diagnosed, they are undiagnosed. Before they are diagnosed, so today they are diagnosed. So yesterday they were undiagnosed. So they remain undiagnosed. Okay. And this is regarding women. We can check it very clearly there. Try to identify this one. They may be further along in their disease. They are moving forward. They are moving forward. So some women can be undiagnosed. Some women can be diagnosed. So can remain undiagnosed or can be diagnosed. 50-50. We can say. Okay, maybe possibility. Okay, right. Okay. Mild dementia. Only when they are serious, they will. So mild dementia. So move further. So they are going to move further. Serious dementia. Mild dementia means lower. So they may be further along. Okay. Now mild. So they will go further in their dementia. Dementia is the disease. Okay. Now it can remain. Okay, maybe low now. So you can see there how it is talking, how it is explaining. I don't understand. Mild means they'll move along afterwards. Further, they'll move further. Now they are lower grade. Tomorrow there will be serious dementia, moderate, and serious. So the different levels. So now it may be like this. That's what he's telling. Yes. Remain undiagnosed. Before they are diagnosed, they remain undiagnosed. That is the reading between the lines. Okay. This woman is here, not here. Okay. See once again. So before they are diagnosed, they remain undiagnosed. They are means remain. They means women. Some women, okay, may, can, okay, disease is dementia. In, in, okay, move further along means now it is mild. It will move further along to become moderate and serious. So you can see, read between the lines. Okay. Read between the lines. Okay, before they are diagnosed, they are undiagnosed. They are means they remain. So like this you have to identify. Identify. Okay, you can see it there. So fine. So you got some points there, and then we can discuss those points as in a daily basis. And then just so three questions. Three questions. Three questions. Okay, good. So we'll meet tomorrow morning with another session. Good night.